Would you like to know more about how to use Saxon Math with the Robinson curriculum? Then stay tuned. Hi everybody, my name is Karen. Welcome back to our channel called Our House, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you'd like to go from questions to confidence when it comes to the Robinson curriculum, I'm here to answer questions. And in this video, we're continuing our series, How to Use, and we're talking about Saxon Math. How exactly do you use Saxon Math with the Robinson curriculum? If you're not familiar, the curriculum has three main components: math, writing, and reading. Now, how exactly does Saxon Math work with the Robinson curriculum? Well, the first thing you should know is that the first recommended book is Saxon 5-4, not Saxon 1, not Saxon 2. This is largely busy work that the parent will have to sit there and guide a child through, where they could benefit just as much, if not more, from just focusing on learning their math facts. And then once they are strong readers and they can read the lessons to themselves, they can start with the first recommended book, which is Saxon 5-4. Now, a lot of parents typically favor first, second editions, the older books. Really, you just need to focus on finding a book that you have the answer key to. That's very important. And they're written in such a way that a student can read the lesson and then do the problems on their own. And so how it works is that the student reads the chapter on their own and then they complete the problem set. And that's it. And after that, they just check their work with the answer key, mark down how many they got right, wrong, and then fix their errors. So a couple of suggestions that I find helpful are using the RC weekly assignment record. And the first part here is math, and so it's 6 days because the Robinson curriculum schedule recommends 6 days a week. And so you do you write down the lesson number, the completed problems, the number of errors corrected, and then from what time to what time it took you. It is recommended to work on math for 2 hours a day. You may do that. Some parents choose to just do one lesson or half a lesson depending on the difficulty of the lesson, where they are at. Another thing that I have found recently very helpful is maybe creating something like this, a Saxon workbook where you have graph paper and then there's a space for every problem. So it's very easy for a child to see their problems, their answers, and keep track of it this way. If you don't like loose paper everywhere, I know I don't, I find this very helpful. Now let's talk about answer keys because that is important. So for example, here, Advanced Mathematics, you have a solutions manual where it not only gives you the answer, but it shows you how the problem is worked out. So that is a solutions manual. Now for the earlier books, for example, Saxon 5-4, you might find a homeschool packet. And the homeschool packet is the test solutions and the problem set answers. And these do not show you how the problem is worked out, just the answers. So that is the homeschool packet, or you might just find the answer key depending on your edition, depending on your set. Here we have for Math 8-7, the homeschool packet, again, that has the test answers and the problem set answers. Here we have a Saxon 6-5, just the test form. So you want to be careful when you're at different homeschool resource stores or curriculum fairs. You want to be very careful that you don't pick up just something like this, test forms, and you think, oh, this is the answer key. This is just that, just the test forms. So you want to make sure that you're getting either the homeschool packet or answer key. And then as the books get harder, you want to find the solutions manual. Something else that you might want to keep an eye out for, that I find really helpful is, for example, here is the first edition of 8-7, and as you can see, it's just the problems. However, if we look on the second edition of Math 8-7, you will find that next to each problem is here you will find that underneath each problem, there's a little parentheses with the number. For example, for problem 15, there's a little parentheses here, 37. That's telling you that the method, how to solve this problem, is located in lesson 37. So if the child is having a hard time with that problem, they can then go back to lesson 37 and reread how the problems were answered, how they were worked. So that's something that's really helpful that I have found with the second edition. Another suggestion that you might find helpful is to buy a teacher's edition, because that way the answers are already in the back, so you don't have to worry about finding that separate answer key, solutions manual, and the answers are right here. However, it is just the answers in the back of a teacher's edition. It's not showing you how the problem is worked out. So if you want just the answers, you don't want your kids to see how the problem is worked out, then a teacher's edition is great for that. However, if you do want your students to see how the problems are worked out, then you're going to need the solutions manual. And so that's it. Make sure that whatever edition you buy, you find the matching answer key. That is it for this video on how to use Saxon Math with the Robinson curriculum. If you're curious about why Saxon Math, I will link a video that I did all about John Saxon and how these books came about and why they're such a great choice when it comes to homeschooling. So I will link that information in a card. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Please like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.